Happy Mother's Day, part 2, I guess. The last video stopped because I ran out of space on this device. This device is crazy. I bought this thing with money that I made in Eugene, washing dishes, like 7 or 8 months ago, or more than that actually now, like a lot more than that by now. But anyways, I had some old check that I never really cashed or whatever, and I bought this thing with it so I could make videos, and so I could use the internet, so I could have a phone, so I could have a sound recorder. And I talked to them about all of these features in the store, and they told me that it had all of these features. And I researched online, and like online said that it had all these features, and then when I actually bought it, it's like, yeah, it has the features, but they're purposefully limited unless you give more money. And like, that just would have been nice to know. Because, I mean, the thing has a lot of space on it, but it won't fill all of that space with videos. Even though the video capability is like really the only thing that makes it more worthwhile than a laptop, which I could have bought for the same price. And if I had done that, since the internet that it has on this thing is actually a different internet which is limited, they have a different internet which is limited, then I would have been able to make phone calls. This thing actually, it says you can make phone calls with it, but then when you try, it just tries to get your money. I tried buying a voicemail so people could call me and leave voicemail, and it said that it's a voicemail, anybody can call and leave. And then once I bought it for $6, it said, oh, by the way, only people with this particular company can leave voicemails on your phone. So that was a waste, and they were really shysty about that. The voice recorder only recorded 1 minute at a time, so it's kind of useless for, you know, like freestyling or singing or doing music, or, you know, something funny is going on. So I had to buy another one, and the one that I bought, like pretty much the only one that I could buy that like wasn't really expensive for something that seemed like it was just basic anyways. It looks like the eyeball from 2001 Space Odyssey that like is a robot that goes crazy and kills everybody. So I'm looking at that every time I record, and it's all these people, all they care about is money, and they don't even realize that money is supposed to represent something. Abundance, like people's effort and actual tangible things that can be bought. And like, in the name of this money, they're limiting the amount of abundance in the world, and they're making everybody work a lot harder for nothing. It's the most backwards, twisted up, crazy kind of fucking society madness that is rampant, and people still try and support it and say that it's justified all the time. It's not, though, just because other people are doing it and they haven't for a long time. That's another point. Like, things were different in the past. You know, before we created intense technology to make our lives easier. Like, if we had been using this technology to its fullest capacity to make life easier, then even the people who were profiting the most by limiting everything would have more abundant lives. Like, everybody would. So I think it's an obvious behavior shift called for by the current state of the world and society. But since I've been focused on trying to inspire that in different ways, and pretty much gotten to the point where I've done about as much as I can, I don't feel guilty or bad about it. I can just sit back and laugh at it if it happens or it doesn't happen. Like, because what else am I gonna do? It's crazy. I love you though. I love you a lot, and I hope things are nice in Vermont. It's spring up there, it's warmer and stuff. Hopefully I'll get a chance to make it up there. I'm thinking of leaving the country sometime relatively soon, because I've seen it back and forth, and kind of sick of people's mentality here. I'm wondering if people are a little more, you know, like, sensible and compassionate in other parts of the world. That'd be really nice, because I'd relate to that more. But I mean, you know, people got relative definitions for terms and stuff like that. You know, I say one word, everybody thinks different things, but sensible, as in not wasting all the world's resources, which people had to die so we could steal, and compassionate, same thing. You know, maybe sensible thinking about it enough to not do it. But, you know, people then point their fingers at other people, and I mean, like I said, I'm pretty done with it. I'm interested in going to other places. I'd like to go to Egypt. I would like to check out Japan. I think now would be a really cool time to check out Egypt and Japan too, because the people there are probably very, very much thinking about alternatives to what has been going on, you know, for their setup, because it hasn't been working out for them in particular. Yeah. It'd be cool to be a fun part of that and doing music and all kinds of stuff. I love you. You've been a really good mom. I think that's one of the main reasons that I'm who I am, and I appreciate who I am. The relative few times that I've been stressed out, like more recently, being those times pretty much, you had some really good things to say, which really, really helped me not be stressed out about these overall situations and, you know, my place in them and stuff like that. You know, artistically, I have you to thank for a lot of my ability to conceive of ways of putting things together to make it cool and neat. See, I'm wearing this. This thing is cool. I'm gonna make some pendants with this symbol and stuff. It's actually a really good symbol. Also, there are some cool designs of earrings and pendants and stuff that you mailed that I think I'm gonna make some of. I'm gonna have pictures and video of all art that I'm making too, and if you want, you can put pictures and video of stuff of yours onto the website. There's gonna be like a little subsection kind of like tucked away in the website, because I'm like not really trying to make it a focus, but like it'll be there, and you know, could have your art there and trade it or sell it, whatever. Work out well. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, I love you. I've been focused on something. It's pretty much my magnum opus, my masterpiece, and it's like this close to being done. This close. And so when it is, I mean, I'll let you know, you can look at it, but also, I'm got a lot more free time to do whatever I want to do. Not what I think is necessary to do because other people aren't doing it, but what I want to do, which is still positive things, but just I'm not going to be forcing them onto anybody. I'm not going to be like, hey, like, let me show you how to build a house, or like less than 1 month's rent or whatever. I can actually build myself, finish building my house back there. I'm using this kind of wood. I'm using tree branches instead of 2x4s and 1x4s, and it's local. It's like from the backyard pretty much. It's this invasive species which like took over this park here, and there's just piles of it, and I was talking to the people, they're like, take it all. So I've been using that for a bunch of stuff, and it's really cool. I'm gonna be able to tie my house together and then untie it and move it around. So I think I talked to you guys about that. Hopefully get a vehicle for carrying Lucy, the trailer, around. That'd be cool. Have 2 houses, 2 portable houses. It'd be nice. Be like a little mini caravan even on my own. But a friend here has a big giant bus, so might be doing a caravan adventure in the relative near future, like go to the Rainbow Gathering, the Oregon Country Fair, Burning Man, and stuff like that. Yes. But happy Mother's Day. I am thinking of you, and I love you.